Welcome back to Four to Score Sports, episode number 41 this week. You guys know who we're joined with, the original crew. We got Colt Powell.
Hello. Hello.
There we go.
What's good?
We have Zach Dietrich.
Yeah, what's going on?
Devontae Key.
What's up?
And Caleb Morton.
What's up?
This is going to be our big sports episode, so we're going to recap pretty much everything that's happened big in the sports world since last Friday. So obviously we have some wild card baseball games. We have the NFL Week 4 recap. A few other things for you guys. Go Pack, by the way. Another big win over Louisiana Tech this past week. Not the best looking win. Not the best.
It's a win.
But a win's a win. Devin Leary, he looked good. He looked good when he had to, especially. So go Pack on that one. But yeah, what should we get started with? Because I know I'm going to have a very, very good moments on this episode and very bad ones. Zach, thanks for making it. I know you weren't feeling good.
Yeah, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I had a little bit of cough, a little bit of some congestion. I wasn't really entirely sure that I was going to make it today. I predicted my illness actually a couple of days ago, and it actually happened. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, no, I did make it for the fans, for the fellow listeners and cast members.
Do you have a diagnosis? What's the name of the
Digsitis.
Digsitis?
Yeah.
Let's start there.
Yeah, let's go over NFL Week 4. The biggest thing on everyone's mind, we'll get right into it. Cowboys Panthers. If you listened to last week, we were talking about Trayvon Diggs being the greatest person to ever walk this earth. I think that was confirmed with the 2 interceptions, right? It was 2 interceptions. Yeah, it was 2 on Sam Darnold on the Panthers, right? The best, yeah. And washed up Zeke, he went for what, $130, right?
145 or 143, I think.
50, sorry. On the number 1 run defense, was it? Right? And Dak threw
number 1 deep run and pass defense. They're the best defense in the league.
Talk to him, Colt. Talk to him.
I'm not gonna rub it in because it was mainly Caleb and Ryan give Zach a hard time. I thought it would be a good game. I thought it would be a bit closer game than what we got because the score doesn't really tell the story for that game. I think even Zach will tell you that the score indicates it was a lot closer than it actually was. It really wasn't that close. It was 33-14 going into the fourth quarter. And then those prevent defense, garbage time, Trevon Diggs, player management, whatever you want to call it, they got up and down the field, and we just kind of, I don't know, we weren't, I mean, you know how it is when a team's up by a lot, you just want to chew the clock on offense. So it's kind of like that. The defense looked good. Oso Digizua looked good. He's been looking really good lately. Michael Parsons, I want to say that this is the first game in the first half that he looked like a true rookie. Like he had a couple mistakes where he was filling the wrong gaps and biting on play actions and stuff like that. He had a couple growing mistakes, which is bound to happen with a rookie. I'm not mad about it. But in the second half, he looked like Michael Parsons that we've been seeing all year. He ended up getting a sack on Sam Darnold. So that was really good to see. My baby Diggs. I've been saying it since last year, bro. I said that Diggs was going to be a star in this league, and finally, thank you, Diggs, for proving me right on something. I'm not right on a lot of things, so thank you for proving me right on that. Dak threw 4 touchdowns. He only threw for like $190, but he didn't need to. He played amazing. He played absolutely amazing, and Zeke, it was really good to see him do what he needed to do. And it's scary because I'm going to say Cooper and Lamb maybe combined for like 80 yards, I want to say. So once those guys get into the fold, once they get into the game plan, and you add Michael Gallup into that, it's going to get real scary.
It really shows you that. I mean, we've been talking throughout the fantasy chat. The Cowboys are terrible players to have in fantasy unless it's Dak. Just because Ezekiel Elliott's probably second best game of the year was in week 1 where he put up 5.5 fantasy points because he was in there. His role that game was to pass block and to stack the box, get them to stack the box. And it worked. It did exactly that. Cowboys went toe-to-toe with the Buccaneers, and obviously, you guys know we're still bitter. Should have won that game. 7 points on the board. I mean, field goals, still bitter. Cowboys are still good, though. 3-1. Zach, you have anything about that?
I have a couple takes. I can quite simply just analyze the game from a non-biased perspective. Because that'll make it hurt a little bit less. I think that quite simply you can talk a lot about Dak, and he played well. They played mistake-free football, and that's really what it's about. And the Panthers did not necessarily do that, especially in the third quarter when it kind of got away from them. But just from like a unbiased, just like broad perspective of the game, The Panthers defense has been really good this year. Statistically, everybody knows that, but they got completely and utterly dominated at the line of scrimmage. Zeke obviously looked good. That's because he was getting 5 yards up the field before anybody would touch him. Our defensive line just got bullied, and we couldn't get any pressure on Dak without blitzing. And blitzing, Dak is good against the blitz. I'll give him that. Statistics back that up, so I can't really argue with that. If you can't get pressure in this league with 4-man, 5 guys, and you have to blitz the elite quarterbacks in the league, you'll get picked apart. And if you get handled at the line of scrimmage and let a team like Dallas with a good offense establish the run, we didn't really have a chance, especially in the third quarters where it kind of got away. I liked what I saw from them in the first 2 quarters. The game was very competitive in the first half. You argue there was a couple things that went both teams' way, and it was definitely looking to be a competitive game. But the third quarter, just the wheels fell off. We made a couple mistakes before Dak did. Specifically, Darnold made a couple bad throws. Obviously, we highlighted the Diggs interceptions, but the game was essentially over at the end of the third quarter. Like Colt said, the score did kind of show a little bit closer of a game than it really was. Diggs didn't even really play in the fourth quarter. Obviously, DJ Moore had a couple touchdowns as soon as Diggs comes out the game. I'm not necessarily saying that Diggs was completely locking up Moore. Moore still looked pretty good. I think he probably gave Diggs a tougher matchup than Mike Evans did or any of these other guys that he's played so far. But Diggs looks good. Their defense impressed me a little bit. They were opportunistic.
Let me ask you: where is Dak ranking on your quarterback list? What general area?
I'm gonna put him right around 6.
Around who? Who's better? Let's name who's better.
I'm not even necessarily going to name who's even like better. The guys around him, you're obviously looking at like Josh Allen's around him. I'd argue that this year, of course, Kyler's around him. I still believe Brady's up there. Of course, any of these guys can show out any week. I just say, of course, we have the Dak conversation all the time. Dallas wins this game without Dak. They completely control the line of scrimmage, like I said. And Dak just didn't have to make any mistakes. Now, granted, we just decided that we weren't going to cover the tight ends. We weren't really going to cover Cedric Wilson. We were really just worried about, obviously, Lamb and Coop. And they didn't really do anything. Dak threw for less than 200 yards, but he didn't make any mistakes, and Darnold made a couple. And when your offense is rolling like that, there was just simply that we'll chalk that up as an L. And it's not that big of a deal. It's the regular season. We're still 3-1. Obviously, you'd like to be 4-0. We got a couple easier games coming up. In theory, we'll be favored at home this week against the Eagles. But just get back on track. We'll just put it behind us. We got dominated. Just put it in the past.
Dak's top 5. Don't ever fucking forget it. Please don't ever fucking forget it. Oh my gosh. What other news happened in the Jets? Big Jets dub. I didn't think that sentence would ever come out of my mouth.
Happened again this week.
They're putting the league on notice. Oh my goodness. Other NFL, Justin Fields, he's going to be the starter now. We've learned that this past week. They swore to God it would be Andy Dalton, but Bears fans held him hostage. Held Matt Nagy hostage, starting Fields. I do like that move. Andy Dalton, let a rookie quarterback develop early rather than late. I think that's the way to go. Granted, you see guys like Aaron Rodgers just thrive, Tom Brady after having a year on the bench or however long, but I think you need to get Fields in the game, especially.
I got a question. Do y'all think whatever bad luck the Bears have been having so far, does it switch around if instead of Fields they go with Foles?
I think
that game.
So.
No.
Does the game against the Browns go better if Nick Foles is at quarterback?
No.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. I think all three. I think all three of the quarterbacks are pretty much very similar. Like, if you had to rank them overall wise, like Madden, I think they should all be very close together. Fields being the highest, something like that. But I think the way you go is with Fields if you're the Bears. Young quarterback that can run a little bit. He's going to have moments, rookie moments. Every quarterback has those. So I think you just get him in there now, let him learn, and hope for next season.
Yeah, I think they're going to suck regardless. I'd rather them suck with the future in there than suck with some old guy out there. So
I got to go. I don't know. They were talking about, I remember before the game last week, they were saying Matt Nagy was having his press conference earlier than what he usually does. And people were speculating like he was going to throw his OC under the bus or say we're going with another quarterback. I don't know. But, I mean, Justin Fields had to be thrown in the fire to learn, got to learn and burn. So, I don't know. I guess we just have to watch the show. As I said, if you watch the other episode, I think he's found his target in, what's his name? Darnell Mooney.
Yeah, Darnell
Mooney. Yeah, it sucks it's not A-Rob, but I mean, if you focus on one person, then A-Rob can get back to normal. Apparently Jimmy Graham is being his normal sassy self. So we'll see if that changes anything as far as him getting targets or Cole Kmet breaking out as the tight end people thought he would be. I doubt it, but we'll see with the rest of the season.
You want to talk to me a little bit about the Falcons, Keith?
Ain't too much to talk about. I mean, people are going to hate.
Yeah.
They're going to give them a reason to. Yeah, Calvin Ridley said, F y'all, I got to go home right quick. I got to get some gas. Russell Gage said his ankle hurt. Marlon Davidson, the guy we spent, I'm not going to say wasted, they spent a second-round pick on him. I have yet to see him produce. Maybe I will, probably won't. He's not coming. So now, hopefully I get to see Frank Darby in action. Arizona State wide receiver they got pushed behind Brandon Ayuk and N'Keal Harry. But the Jets are on a so-called roll, so we'll see if they fare well. And where are they playing? Tottenham? Whatever that is, the little chicken stadium. See if they turn up there too. Hopefully the Falcons can hold them down. Debo said they would, but I don't know. He's like he's at a 79 Madden rating for me, so he doesn't have anything to say about anything at this point. But I'll still believe.
Still believe in the Falcons. What's your record prediction now?
Let's see. It's 1-3 right now, and it's 16 games, right? 16 or 17.
17.
7-10. I'll go 7-10. Because they did say they had one of the easiest schedules, but again, everything easy is the hardest thing ever, and everything hard is impossible. So maybe they flip it around. But
Jets are beating this week.
Just know that even though in the end of the day, it's really not worth it. They're not paying me, but at the same time, I don't know. To me, everybody kind of sucks. So I'll just roll with my known suck.
I want to go ahead and skip to one part of this episode just so I can get it over with. Can we do Yankees Red Sox?
Rip the Band-Aid off.
Oh, I'm chilling.
Can we go Yankees Red Sox?
Cole.
Go ahead.
So hype.
You got it, Caleb. I ain't even gonna say too much.
I mean, I ain't got to say anything. I called it. Like, all I'm saying is this whole time I've been here on the podcast the past, 10 weeks or some shit, I've been saying the Yankees were going to finish below the Red Sox, and they did. Garrett Cole gets paid $36 million to fucking suck. So that's all I really got to say about it.
You don't let me talk about your man like that.
mean,
I don't really watch baseball like that. I'm just saying what I
all
saw.
right, here we go. Here's my only takeaways. Yankees, it's not like the Yankees weren't hitting the ball. Evaldi looked good, but the Yankees were tattooing baseballs. In probably 29 out of 30 fields, the Yankees are going to.
Stadium made.
The Yankees are going to win that game. The Green Monster is a terrible design. Stanton should have had 3 home runs. Am I wrong? Stan would have had 3 home runs.
I know he would have had that one I think it was in the first
One for sure.
Tattooed it off the left field wall. He would have had that.
Okay, he would have had 2. That game's a lot closer regardless.
I would say it's closer. I don't know if the Yankees win that game, though, because there's a couple that the Red Sox set in right field where if it's at Yankee Stadium, then bitches are over the stadium in general. The ball Schwarber hit off Cole, if that was at Yankee Stadium, it's not even in the stadium. That ball is going over the stadium. It's not in it at all.
But again, I'm not going to be a hypocrite. Both teams are in the same park. Both teams had the same exact obstacles. But no, the Yankees were tattooing the ball. They didn't look terrible at the plate. There were base running errors, especially with Aaron Judge getting sent home. I know Judge is fast, and he's actually one of the better base runners in the league.
That boy tried it. He tried,
but they had an absolutely perfect relay throw. That's exactly what the coach wants to see. You're showing that.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Hum that thing in there.
But again, Garrett Cole, you're getting paid more money than God to pitch for the New York Yankees. You've looked good up until now. I think that's fair to say. He looked great all
2.5 innings.
And I mean, if you even think about it, you have to give a lot of props to the Red Sox. The Red Sox were just the better team. This is the best they've looked since the All-Star break, I think. Even with the injuries. So it's a tough loss, and it's been disappointing every year for the Yankees since 2009. Every year they're one of the top 3, 4, 5 teams to win the World Series, and it's just not the ending we wanted. But no, I don't want to see that anymore. Yankees have a lot of talent. I'm really excited for this offseason. There's just not much to say. The Yankees have the second most talent of any team in the league in baseball, behind the Dodgers, and it just didn't look like it the other night. The Red Sox played their asses off.
On the flip side, we're in the ALDS now, the Boston Red Sox. He gave it from the Yankees perspective, from the Red Sox perspective, looked very good. Nathan Eovaldi pitched the ball very well. The bullpen looked good. We have a little two-headed monster, Tanner Houck, which is a rookie. He was a starter in the regular season, but now he's in the pen with the 4-man rotation instead of a 5-man rotation. Garrett Whitlock is also a rookie who we got in the Rule 5 draft from the Yankees, so that was a little bit better, and he's up for AL Rookie of the Year this year with a 1.39 ERA coming out of the bullpen. Really like him. Maybe we'll see him tonight against the Rays it's 2-0 right now if we get a little closer. Schwarber did his thing. That's why we traded for him, for the moments just like that. Bogey, I literally texted Caleb before the game, and I said if we're going to win this game, then Bogey needs to break out of a slump. Because he's been slumping lately. Since the All-Star break, he's been slumping. He's been batting 250. And for anybody else, that's okay. But when you're Xander Bogaerts, you're the second best shortstop in the league behind Tatis, arguably up there with Tatis. You've got to hit the ball better. First at bat, he set Fenway on fire with a shot dead center, smacked the ball off of him. So Verdugo looked really good. Verdugo had 3 RBIs.
Verdugo had a clutch double in the gap to get a lot of insurance.
With 2 outs.
That was huge.
With 2 outs. Bases
Huge.
loaded. And then his dumbass went to second base and got thrown out by a mile. I don't know why he did that, but that's neither here or there. I mean, it's the role, guys. If we're looking ahead to the Rays are solid. Every single position. Their pitching is going to be good. Their bullpen is probably the best in the league. All those guys have got to step up. Bogarts has got to look good. Devers, I'm not worried about Devers. That's the last person I'm worried about. And hopefully JD comes back. In that series, the Yankees didn't have DJ LeMahieu, so that obviously did hurt them. I'm not going to take that away. That hurts. And you had Vince Velasquez. I promise you'd rather have DJ LeMahieu started than Vince Velasquez. But on the flip side, we had to start Christian Arroyo instead of JD Martinez, which is a little bit of a difference there as well. So I hate it for them. I'll put a little early prediction. I predict that the Yankees will go out and get Carlos Correa. That's my prediction, that they get Correa.
I'm gonna hate that.
But I mean, he's great.
He's a great player.
I think he's the 4th best shortstop in the league behind Bogarts, Tatis.
Go get Marcus Semien instead.
Go get Marcus Semien. Semien's a demon. He just set the
Get him instead. Really cheaper, and he hits like 40 bombs this year. Get him instead.
He's crazy. But go Red Sox. Glad we won. Fuck these guys. I don't know if you can see it, but if you're on YouTube, you see it. Fuck those Yankees. Send them home in the most Fenway way possible. Went into the locker room, popped some champagne, and played New York, New York.
Yeah, I mean, I can give like a little bit of a take. Obviously, I talk a lot about I'm definitely anti-Yankees. More than anything, just watching the game. You guys just have to tip your cap to Boston. Garrett Cole is gonna get a lot of hate just because he's getting paid so much. But in reality, watching him, he's pitched better games, but he wasn't miserable. I mean, Boston made him pay for a couple mistakes. I mean, you look at the Schwarber home run, the pitch was out of the strike zone up, and he sent it 3 million miles into the air. Like, I mean, you just got to tip your cap. Eovaldi pitched a good game. But the road ends here. Going into Tampa is terrible. Tampa's loaded this year. Their offense is loaded.
Y'all even gonna have home field advantage in the playoffs? I know that we're not. We're on the golf course, but Rays. How do the Rays
Yeah.
look in the playoffs?
Actually, without the Yankees to play, we actually do fill out our stadium pretty well. It's really y'all that comes in and runs it. Boston actually doesn't do it as much. It's really just the Yankees. Thankfully, I didn't really want to play them. I didn't want to have to do it to you guys another year in a row. I don't know if you would have been able to handle that. I just don't think you could have, I think your heart probably would give out if you saw Chapman coming in the game late against us. I just think that would be terrible. I really wanted to see it, but yeah, Boston's offense is pretty good. They're going to get some looks at some young starters in this Tampa series. Hopefully they can look good. They look electric. Obviously McClanahan's out here throwing 100, and our lineup is loaded. At home, this is going to be a tough series for Boston, but definitely tip the cap for a good win against the Yankees.
Pain. Did you guys catch the Dodgers Cardinals game last night? I saw something today. Watching some YouTube video. Trey Turner in miles per hour is faster than Tyreek Hill. The fastest, according to Google and stuff, the fastest Tyreek Hill ran was like 21 point something miles an hour. And we were watching a video and they had the MLB StatCast or whatever. And he was hitting like 22 miles an hour, 22 and a half miles an hour on the bases.
Would you take Trey Young in a race over Tyreek Hill, though?
Trey Turner? Probably.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Probably. If he's running faster on the path, he's got less room to get faster. If Tyreek runs a fly, he could have 75 yards, You got 90 feet in baseball to get fast.
Nah, not a chance.
I can't say
this could be completely wrong, but I just did a little bit of quick research. I don't know. Trey Turner, love that guy. Let's talk about Dodgers Cardinals. A hell of a game last night. Shout out Chris Taylor. It was a good game. Adam Wainwright, he turned back the clock to age 26 or something. It looked like.
Yeah, but he's looked pretty good this year.
Yeah,
it wasn't even just the playoffs, but he's looked pretty good this year. Yeah, he has turned back the clock.
It was a walk-off, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a Chris Taylor, bottom 9, was it? Or bottom 10?
Bottom 9.
Wasn't there another home run?
Justin
else hit
one in the 4th inning.
Yeah, I saw that this morning.
They scored off of a pass ball.
Yeah.
A little less exciting.
I know it was something stupid, but hell of a game right there. It's crazy to me. Dodgers are the World Series favorite as a wild card team.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's ever happened.
That was a little bit absurd to me. I think that, obviously, from this standpoint right now that they won, I could say you could argue that they're the favorite, but I just think it's absurd that a team that has to play a one-game, play-in is the favorite to win the World Series after not winning their division. I get they're the most loaded roster, but, that just seems a little absurd to me.
I don't know. I feel like playoffs in all sports should just be for baseball, for example, there's 3 divisions. Just the 3 best records all make it, and then you have the division winners in a wild card. The Dodgers should not have to. They had 103 wins, and the Giants had 104. Still,
I think it's even more than that. It's 107, 106, something huge.
Regardless, they shouldn't have had to play in the play-in game. I think it should just be the top 3 records to get the top 3 seeds, and then division winners after that. I know that's how the NBA works. One way or another, a 9 seed can make the playoffs if they come in first in their division. But NFL is not like that. You 1 through 4 is your division. I just think it should be like that.
Yeah, if I'm a Dodgers fan and we lose that one game to the hottest team in baseball and then don't make the playoffs after winning 106 games, I'm livid. I'm not sleeping for a week, so I'd be livid. I really didn't want to see them win that game because, like you said, they're the most talented team probably left in this thing. But yeah, I do think that it's probably for the best that they win that game because it would have been a travesty to not see them advance.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
This is more a question.
One thing. Go ahead, Caleb.
Oh no, I was moving on. Next topic. So go ahead.
One thing I'll say about the Dodgers game that I really like. So those of you who don't know, Trey Turner, obviously on the Dodgers, he was on the Nationals before.
And NC State before that.
Yeah. So I thought it was really cool. Before the postseason started, Juan Soto wished Trey Turner luck on Instagram and said, good luck to the best hitter in baseball. I thought it was funny that he said that because, funny enough, I think that Juan Soto is the best hitter in baseball, but
they're boys.
Whatever, they're boys or whatever. So
Good
Juan
take.
Soto pulls up to the Dodgers game on the Dodgers side dugout, sits front row, and is wearing a Nationals jersey. So
was
on the
sick,
camera
wasn't it?
or whatever, they put him on the Jumbotron, like, who's at the game, all these celebrities, and they put Juan Soto. He's sitting there with a Nationals jersey on. So all the Dodgers people, boo, boo. Well, he turns around, and it's a Trey Turner jersey. Then everybody starts going wild, like, yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool that he went and supported his boy in the playoffs, even though that they didn't make it. Like, I thought that was pretty cool.
Trigger Trey, what a guy! Best
that is
the best
cool.
base runner in baseball. You think he's the best
He's
slider?
definitely the
Dude,
conversation.
love watching that dude
I would
slide.
say,
Yeah. Okay, what did you have for us?
Well, I was gonna say more direct is what Ryan, because our team's still playing, not kids. But I was gonna say, like, who you're rooting for to win now at this point? And obviously, like, either Boston or Tampa is gonna go home. But like, other than
I
Astros
mean,
guy.
yeah, I hate the Astros.
Big
I
Astros
mean,
guy.
if I had to pick my winner, I mean, I would go Giants just because they're the underdog. Great story of the season. Beat out the Dodgers. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to pull for the Red Sox ever. I'm pulling for the Rays over the Red Sox.
I
Do you
don't
blame
blame
me?
you at all.
What if the ALC,
I mean,
what if the ALCS is Boston and Houston?
I'm pulling for Boston.
Flip it.
Damn it. Flip it. Are we serious? Can I get one of those?
Good thing that won't be happening.
Oh my goodness.
It will. It will.
It might not. It's each team has the same chances right now.
I'll pull for the Dodgers to win over both of those teams, but I really don't want the Dodgers to win either. I mean,
I would. Mine's kind of cheap, but Mookie Betts is probably my favorite player.
That's
I
why I'm cheering for the Dodgers.
It's
exactly
like
why.
Patriots.
Yeah.
Or Patriots. Boston sports fans have this unreal dick riding obsession with
Okay,
players that were good.
Let's calm down.
Let's
buddy.
look at Tom Brady. Everyone's a Buccaneers fan. Let's look at the Red Sox. Everyone with the Red Sox were supposed to be ass this year. They were. We're pulling for the Dodgers.
Whoa,
Am I wrong?
Nobody was cheering for the
Hey.
Dodgers. I just support Mookie Betts. It's the same way with the Brewers. I'm a huge Jackie Bradley Jr. fan. I bet y'all don't even know who that is. I love JBJ, and he's on the freaking Brewers now. He just doesn't get much PT because he's not very good. Mookie Betts is my second favorite player of all time because I got to watch him play.
Who's your
number
favorite, David?
David Ortiz. It's not close.
Where's Pedroia on this list?
Pedroia's on there. He's up
Top
there.
five?
Probably like top five.
Top three?
Yeah, in top 5.
I think he might
Top
be.
5 for sure.
I don't know because I'm a big Pedro guy too. I love Pedro.
Fuck that guy.
I love Pedro.
Pedro Martinez
Pedro.
pushed over an 80-year-old man.
He
while
shouldn't have
was in
came
the
at him.
front, like just
He
coming
didn't.
up.
He shouldn't have came at him. He wanted to smoke.
Well, Varitek shouldn't have been a little cunt.
I also
A-Rod.
love Jason Varitek.
Hey,
That's my
Varitek
guy.
didn't even
Varitek-
take off his mask. to
Varitek.
fight
He
A-Rod.
beat his
What a
fucking ass.
pussy.
Is what he did.
We're not-
They still haven't talked. It's been like 17 years, and A-Rod they still haven't talked.
Yeah. Well. Oh my goodness.
But
And
yeah,
A-Rod was full of
Mookie
juice. He should have taken that little man down.
He didn't take his mask off. He was in full gear. All A-Rod had was a bat, but he wasn't about to fight him with a bat.
A-Rod was pumping like 500 milligrams of trend. I mean,
Oh, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a
Dude,
fact.
tell them how it was.
Oh man.
Blasphemy.
Oh.
Yankees blew a 3-0 lead, by the way.
Who did?
We're going to go way back. The Yankees did.
Oh.
3-0.
Oh yeah, wait, that was the next year.
Yeah, it was.
Aaron Boone, and then that, and then
Yeah.
I have really bad luck with the teams I like.
I know
I haven't watched the national or a championship
I do not.
since UNC basketball in 2017.
I was
Oh,
blessed enough to
my.
watch Boston win some World Series in my lifetime. Yeah, I'm very blessed.
This man said, I got bad luck with teams I like. I ain't trying to hear that shit.
Oh yeah, you're a Falcons.
You did
Remember that
pick,
time
you
you
did
guys
pick
went to-
Atlanta as your team. So and the Wizards of all people.
The Wizards, the
I'd
man.
rather do that. I'd rather pick a team than a player.
Yeah,
But-
And you're a state fan too.
Cowboys, I mean, you have a good year now, but
Oh, State fan?
what becomes
I've been a diehard Cowboys fan forever. I might be a LeBron fan, one of the people hate, but
yeah.
I
You are
definitely always been a
Carolina-
Cowboys fan.
Carolina Cowboys and Lakers fan. They always say
I did start
Brian.
my
Yeah.
I did start my career as a Lakers fan because Kobe was there.
Yeah, it's like a cookout tray of fandom. Like you're a Cowboys fan, you get a Lakers and Yankees.
Usually a Yankees.
Never mind. I guess you messed up your order, Caleb. You're supposed to get the Yankees instead of the Red Sox. So
Nah, y'all know how I feel about it.
Oh my goodness.
but anyway,
By the way, kind of off topic, this Rays Stadium is fucking ugly.
Terrible.
Tropicana.
Like it's all
Tropicana
gray.
is
It's all
disgusting.
different shades of gray. Like everything's just off gray.
Yeah, it's one of the worst stadiums in the league. They're in talks to like relocate because they're actually so they're called the Tampa Bay Rays. Their stadium's actually located in St. Petersburg, which apparently it's like a little bit off like the coast. Like if you read any articles about it, there's this
Yeah.
big ass bridge that's
Yeah.
like 1 or 2 lanes
It's
that you can
huge.
get to the stadium. So it makes traffic a bitch. They're trying to move the stadium like actually into Tampa Bay. So hopefully they can actually like develop a real fan base because straight up like nobody wants to go to these games right now in St. Petersburg.
The only thing that sucks for them is like Florida's like a retirement place. So like everybody that goes to like them will already have a team, you know?
yeah.
That is a problem
So,
for them. That's,
I don't know.
That's why
Just-
I don't
like,
know. I just don't see.
marketing.
I just don't see how you go in the Tampa Stadium right now and be happy. Like everything's just bland and bleh.
White.
Well, yeah,
Can't
I
catch a
mean, we know the
pop-up.
Red Sox definitely aren't happy right now, but Tampa's
Yeah,
feeling
but like
pretty good.
you know,
It's game one. I'm
Let's
not
smash
talking about
it.
it. It's game one. They do-
But yeah, no, the stadium's ugly. The roof, like balls hit the roof all the damn time. There's rules like that on like some of the beams and stuff up there. It's confusing. We just need a new stadium. Hopefully they can get that done within the next decade or so. They've been talking about it for a while now, but that would definitely make them a more attractive team to be a fan of.
We have anything
change
else?
the colors around too. I'm also not a fan of that. But
Mm.
We have anything else big from the sports world? I know that the NBA, there's some new news that came out on the day of recording about NBA players taking advantage of certain insurance policies, I believe it was, dental trips, medical visits, just to get money. So we'll have more news on that for you guys next week. And then obviously, you guys know what's going on with Kyrie this week. What's up with Kyrie, guys? So yeah, you have
I got a theory on that, man. Yeah.
On what, Kyrie?
Yeah.
Go ahead. This will be
So, if you listen to music outside of your normal bubble, he dated this lady named Kehlani. She's a singer, and she cheated on Kyrie with another singer who's surprisingly just as tall as him and very sad. He's like an R&B Future. But anyway, I had a theory that I don't know, that him being cheated on and then Twitter kind of roasted him, that kind of messed with his mental. But I did see somewhere on the internet that he used to do bad drugs with her. And apparently that's still taking effect on his brain. Namely acid, not crack, just acid, if that's any better. But so they said like that's kind of affecting the way he thinks so far, but it could be true. It could just be like he's stuck on his ex. Sometimes people get like that, but
stuck on a different kind of X.
huh?
Come on. That was good. 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 That was good.
That was funny. A little dark even for the viewers, but yeah, that was kind of funny.
I got you. Nice, look, nice. Yeah. Let me do a thumbs up. Yeah, good job, Ryan. But anyway, yeah, that's my theory on it. I don't know. Maybe he'll get it together. Maybe he won't. Maybe he'll be the martyr of the NBA. Maybe he'll just get it and play like Andrew Wiggins did. Andrew Wiggins sold on
Are
this
you
whole.
comparing Kyrie to Andrew Wiggins? Stop.
No, man. I said
no,
Andrew
they had the
Wiggins
same
sold.
situation with the vaccine.
Oh, okay.
Dang.
My
Anyway,
bad.
yeah.
I thought you were saying he's gonna come out like Wiggins, like on game one or something.
I mean,
He
might
probably
if
can't
he-
play game one. It's probably in New
Yeah,
York.
dude. They're having serious talks that they're preparing for him to miss 41 home games this year.
Yeah,
Yep,
they're just going to cut
crazy.
his salary in half too.
I mean, I think they
Which
should.
I mean, and he's
Yeah.
refusing. They're talking about trading him, and he said he'd retire if they traded him. So he
No
can't-
trade
he won't.
clause.
No, he doesn't have a no trade clause.
Wow.
He just said he would retire if he got traded.
I thought it was his aunt.
So
that
that-
said, like he told his aunt.
Yeah, it's one of
Did he
those.
say that to LeBron?
Hey,
Yeah,
At one
y'all
point, that
know
he
how
saved
I.
his legs.
Yeah, y'all know how I stand on Kyrie. I don't fucking like Kyrie after the shit he's pulled over the past few years.
What?
What,
No,
Sage in the
dude.
court?
Because he wants to. He was tired of LeBron, little bro, and him bullying him. I guess I don't know, but he wanted to be his own man, and we've seen what that's been. I think he made the playoffs once as his own man. Every team he's been on has been better without him. Record-wise has been better. Record-wise has been better without him.
Oh.
Since he's left LeBron, record-wise, the teams are like overall better without him. He's third best player in that team. I think he's very overhyped. Just because he has a ring, he played with LeBron. I think he's a little overhyped.
Okay, you're not going to act like he wasn't dropping 40.
I was like, wait, hold
No,
You are
he
not
is
about
good.
to disrespect
He
Kyrie's
is
finals
good.
performance.
LeBron
I'm sorry. I'm not a Kyrie
he is
fan,
good.
but you
He is
have
not
got to
all-
give him credit
Look,
for dropping
he is
40
good. He was
and
the
hitting a
second best player on
game-winning
that
shot
team.
over Steph Curry.
Yes, he's the second best player on that team. That year they won the finals.
He was probably the third best player in that series. Fourth best. Third best. LeBron,
Yeah.
Kyrie, Draymond. In 2016, Draymond Green's winning Finals MVP if he plays in games.
I was asking why Cole wearing the Yankees hat, it looked like.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I did it for the trolls.
Hey,
We can go into depth on that on different episode, but I don't think Draymond is going to win Finals MVP in that series.
Well, anything else big? Shout out Kyrie. What a guy.
No.
No? You got anything for us before we go out, Colt?
Do not.
No shout out?
All of the socials.
Shout out Anthony Edwards. Shout out Jalen Green. Shout out Red Sox. May we win against the Rays. If we don't, I'm not even gonna be mad. We beat the Yankees. We in the wild card. So I'm happy about that. Obviously, I hope we get to the World Series.
Yeah.
But that was a very good moment. So
This was a good year for y'all.
it was a good year. Our expectations were to finish down there with the Orioles. So it's not over yet, though. I'm not saying that as a farewell.
No, definitely not.
But I'm happy where we're at right now. That's all I'll say.
Same.
is your me?
Yeah.
No, I just saw something on the game. First off, thanks for listening. Next off, right now we're already in the midst of our PICKEMS race. Next time, see if you can get a piece of the action for a simple $5. See if you can take my $5 and Ryan's $5 and Caleb's, any of ours. Second off, I love you. Keep going. Be safe. Eventually, it's gonna get cold out. Stay warm. Keep your heart. Be safe. That's it for me.
Wear your jacket. Zach.
Yeah.
Please.
I can get in there. Like Keith just said, definitely make sure to check out the Pick'em. Try to stop us from winning our money back or take our money, do whatever. Just please, you're not gonna beat me, but please throw some more money at me. I'll get my plug in for the Rays here. We've been talking a lot about the Red Sox and stuff, but the Rays, best team in the AL this year. Let's get back to the World Series. Let's just handle business. We're gonna be favorites. We're gonna be at home every game, so let's get after it. Franco and the boys. And then I'll also plug in by the time our next episodes drop next week, we'll have actually the NHL season will started for the Hurricanes. We don't really talk a lot about hockey, but we do support the Hurricanes around here. We're Raleigh people, so I'll plug them. Season over next Thursday. Hype for that. But other than that, thanks for listening. Panthers are bouncing back this week. Rays are sweeping the Sox. See y'all next week.
Does Trayvon Diggs have an interception this week on Danny Dimes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Caleb, let me hear it.
Against
Dog.
Danny Dimes, yeah, he's been better this year. Absolutely, 100%.
Make sure you follow our socials, Instagram, Twitter. We're on TikTok. I don't know what's going on over there right now. This weekend's going to be big. Cowboys are taking it by 38 points. It's going to be a big game. I'm excited. We're going to be there, Ryan and I. So we'll keep you updated on all the events that go down in Dallas.
Keith, you forgot one part of your usual sign off. We love you. We love you. Stay tuned for the new merch soon. 33 collections coming out.
Can't wait.
Woo. Thank you guys so much for listening.